Alright, hey guys, so I'm going to act out for you one of my favorite scenes from any movie ever. A scene from Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, the Space Battle of Endor. Now, you gotta keep in mind, the entire time most of the time this is happening, you still got the land battle of Endor where you got the speeders going around, got these guys in, the Imperial ships shooting all the little Ewoks. You got Han down there, you got a lot of stuff. And also, you got Luke, who started out in the Battle of Endor and now is in the Death Star, dealing with Darth Vader and the Emperor. And yes, guys, I know I don't have all the exact right action figures, and they're not all the right people, and I don't have the right ships, and the ships that I do have are kind of messed up, but just go with me here, okay? Just go with me. So, I'm going to start out with, you got Lando Calrissian over here, and his little butt here, flying in the Millennium Falcon. Yes, I know it's kind of missing, but just work with me here, okay? They're flying in here, and Lando says, all fighters report in. Then you got Red Leader standing by, Gray Leader standing by. I believe Gray is from the Y-Wing. And you've got Green Leader standing by. Okay? So you got all your leaders standing by. And then you go lock X foils in attack position, and all the X-Wings go like this. All the B-Wings go, they're all ready to fight, right? So you got, they're all flying. And during this entire time, you've got to remember, you got your rebel cruisers behind them, flying through with them, okay? You got all this stuff going on. Next, we got Admiral Akbar in this ship. May the Force be with you! Alright, so. Then, these two guys, they're looking for a reading on the shield, but they can't get one. He's like, and Lando's like, we should be able to get a reading on that shield up or down. Well, how could they be jamming us if they don't know we're coming? Break off the attack. All fighters, pull up. What? I get no reading. Pull up. All craft, pull up. And so you got the fighters just, shooting away from the Death Star because the shields are still up. Okay? And as they pull away, they see all of these TIE fighters coming in, and all of these Star Destroyers sitting waiting there, and you got Admiral Akbar going, it's a trap! Okay? It's a trap, guys. It's a trap. Okay? So now, you've got all these ships flying in, and Lando goes, fighters coming in. Fighters coming in. Then you got going, there's too many of them. Alright. And then, and then there's a little scene, the Endor scene on the ground. I'm not going to go into that. I'm really focusing just on a space battle. Then you just see the Death Star. And this ship is gone. So, little replay action. And you got all the you got Lando like, that blast came from the Death Star. That thing's operational. And Admiral Akbar, all craft retreat. We can't repel firepower of that magnitude. We're not going to get another shot at this, Admiral. Retreat. So, now, as you remember, it's a trap, right? He goes, it's a trap. So they're in trouble. So they're retreating into all these Death Stars and TIE fighters. Okay? Not a very good situation. Okay? So they're retreating. And now, as they're flying around, they're still trying to get that shield up, and Han and got Lando going, come on, Han, nobody don't let me down. He says, And then, Okay, so now another scene from the forest moon of Endor, and they got the shield down, and so now they're all the fighters are like, yeah, and he's like, the shield is down, commence attack on the inner core of the Death Star, and a bunch of these fighters go in red group, gold group, all fighters follow me. So you got the Millennium Falcon, and then the X-Wings, and then some A-Wings, and then you got a Y-Wing, okay? So they're all flying in there, and, of course, they're flying in here, and, now Admiral Akbar goes, we gotta give those fighters more time. Concentrate all your firepower on that Superstar Destroyer. Superstar Destroyer. And now, so now we've got some guys. Now this is inside the Superstar Destroyer. I realize it's not the correct Admiral. He's from episode 4. I don't have the Admiral from episode 6. So, and this is not the right guy, but we're gonna go with it. So they're concentrating all fire. You see the big ball on top of the Superstar Destroyer explode, and this guy goes, "So we've lost our bridge deflector shields. Intensify the forward blasters. I don't want anything to get through. Intensify forward firepower." Then you got and big explosion. All his fire starts coming out. It's crazy, and things are just exploding. And then you see the Superstar Destroyer crash into the Death Star, and it's like, and all these little guys are like, woohoo! Except Admiral Akbar kind of looks a little sad because of all the loss of life. But they're all so happy, okay? And that's as far as I'm going to go today. Long story short, Rebels win. They blow up the Death Star. They have a little party on Endor. It's a great time for everyone. So, yeah. So that's one of my favorite scenes from any movie. Actually, the reason it's my favorite scene is a couple lines. First one, "It's a trap." The second one is this whole little conversation. "So we've lost the bridge deflector shield. Intensify the forward blasters. I don't want anything to get through." And then you just see the A-Wing coming, and he goes, "Intensify forward firepower." And the A-Wing just goes, and then the little Admiral next to him dives out of the way, yelling, "Too late!" And then the A-Wing shoots in. Those are my favorite scenes ever. Intensify forward firepower. Alright, so that's all I wanted to talk about. Oh, other than I saw the Watchmen, it's alright. I will maybe go into that a little later, next episode. I'm Mike, and you've been hogged.